Dr. Dr. Mohsen Javeri is the academic member of the University of Kashan, and in spite of Iran Heritage Foundation didn't recognize him as a doctor and said, Mr. Javeri, but he's doctor. So I have now a difficult job to present of his lecture. To be honest, he sent his paper yesterday when I was in the plane, and I had no chance to look at the paper. So this morning, Astrid kindly helped me to print his PowerPoint and his text. So just to inform you, this is his text without to mention which slide belongs to which text. So it's better to forget his text completely, maybe only the conclusion remark he mentioned. But I know what he did exactly. He is also the director of Cultural Heritage Organization of Kashan City and has big responsibility for preservation and protection site of Sialk and the other monumental building of Sialk Kashan. In his first picture, you can see is an air photograph by probably, I'm not sure, by Erich Schmidt, back Erich Schmidt on the book on the flight of Iran. So you can see here, what happened? Yeah. So you can see the, I have to break. So it's lots of Ghanat here, and the Sialk South and Sialk North, and lots of agricultural land, and without any single building in Sialk during 1930. So when Grishman worked on the site and began to start the excavation, so Sialk becomes one of the first example of national heritage list site in Iran in 1931 on 16 September. So they put in the site on the list of the Cultural Heritage Organization as the cultural heritage site. So Grishman not only scientifically was important the site for him, but also indicate his effort how to protect site for the later generation and for future. Nearly 35 years ago, Iranian Cultural Heritage Organization has decided to protection the site again. And because we know that the motorbike went to the site and destroyed the site, and many people made their houses and etc. So you can see this is the simple sketch of map of the two sites and the boundary of the archaeological site of the Sialk South and Sialk North. And the Cultural Heritage Organization made this map 35 years ago. So this is the beginning of the attention of Cultural Heritage Organization to protection of the site. By this way, in early of 1990, in 2001, we went to this site, yeah? So Cultural Heritage Organization asked kindly Dr. Malek Shahmirzadeh to excavate the site mainly for preservation and protection of the site rather than to have large operation excavation. But luckily, Malek Shahmirzadeh could not only work scientifically on the site, but also the government of Iran and also the province and the city became aware about how the site is so important. And in the next stage, you can see from 5 years ago, the Cultural Heritage Organization has decided to see the current situation of the two sites, and also many houses were built around the two sites. The purple and the red color indicate illegal houses, people who made it, and the light green and the green one, it indicate the Iranian government allowed to make their houses around very far from the site. So you can see the red one, how many houses illegally made by the local people. So for this big argument, Dr. Javeri is a man is in the middle, and Dr. Jawad Hossainzadeh and the other staff. So they went to exactly indicate to clear the site size of Sialk South and Sialk North, and also how we can make a boundary and or to buy houses, the illegal houses, and to give them another ground or another houses outside the city, and to have their houses. Therefore, they went in 2015. You can see lots of sondage they made between the two sites and the agricultural land and many places to indicate where is the site size of the Sialk North and the Sialk South, and also the symmetry of Iron Age of later period. So it was one of the best examples for the preservation of Sialk. And then you can see their sondage and different places. They spent nearly 2 months for such excavation. You can also a Google map and the current position of the houses and the two sites. And also in this picture, you can see many, because in this area, this is one of the richest and expensive part of the Kashan city. So you can see some illegal houses made very close to, or maybe hotel, I don't know which one is it. Dr. Nokande, what is this? Dr. Nokande, do you know what is this? Is a building? Yeah. Yeah. Later on, I will show you. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, thank you. So one of the problem fighting between people and the cultural heritage organization. So during maybe night or the holiday, people make their house very quickly, and so they make a wall, and the day after, and they go to destroy completely the new building and preserve it of the site. As far as I know, from 4 years ago, there is a big plan for as a national project, the Iranian government want to buy all of these houses, legally and illegal houses, and to give them another part of the city to make their houses and as a new part of the city of Kashan. And so from 5 years ago to now, I know the mayor of Kashan paid lots of money to the local people, and they bought their houses and they destroyed it, and to have a big plan. Unfortunately, Mr. Nazemzadeh couldn't come here, and he has a great knowledge and good motivation for future of Sialk. And also you can see during some holiday, very quickly they make a new road and did asphalt. And the day after, the cultural heritage goes to destroy completely the road and doesn't allow people to make more houses. And another new building you can see, they make during sometime in the holiday time, and then cultural heritage go after that, destroy completely the building. So this is a big, big fight between cultural heritage and some people. There are some view about the site. That it looks like Sialk South, and a view of the village of Sialk, and the perspective of the city of Kashan, and another view of the site and the garden between the two sites. Another view of the Sialk. So I just let me to read his conclusion remark of Dr. Javeri. So To sum up, the following recommendations are proposed in order to help the Sialk survive. First, continuing organized archaeological excavation within a long-term plan, because the presence of archaeologists in the site slows down the construction activity and weakens the incentive of land spectaculars. Second, converting the Sialk site into the site museum in order to create a lively atmosphere, because one of the reasons for the rising growth of construction in this zone is the lack of organized program, which is a great influence on this issue. Third, taking possession of the entire main part of the site by the government in order to eliminate multiple ownership. And fourth, annexing lands in boundary 1 to the main part, because this boundary is a construction prohibited area, and this annexation enable further work to other lands and expanding the main part in the future, and finally destroy completely all of the houses and ready Sialk for as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Thank you so much. Thanks to Dr. Javeri.